Hello, everybody. My name is Rick McCutcheon. I'm a Microsoft Business Applications MVP. And today on Partner Talks, I have Christoph, another Microsoft Business Applications MVP. And we're going to talk a little bit about directions. So, KB, tell the people who you are and what you do.
Yeah, hi Rick. Thank you for having me. It's a pleasure to join the podcast. Uh, as you mentioned, I'm KB, also known as Krzysztof. I'm from Poland. I'm Microsoft MVP for Dynamics application, but exactly for Business Central. That's where I specialize. I also work for a company which is called Dynaway, which is a Danish partner, the ESV partner, and we building the extension for maintenance processes inside Business Central, and I'm responsible there for the whole Business Central team.
Okay, great. Tell us a little bit about your history with Business Central.
Oh, I joined when it was still NAV. I believe it was 2010. That's well, I remember it because it's the same year as I was married, almost the same month. I started with NAV. So I was working for Business Central partner here in Poland. I'm from Warsaw, and then after a few years, I moved to the end user. Uh, uh, Quite a big end user, which also implemented NAV across the whole world. And then I moved back to the partner channel. So, and start blogging, writing about it. I'm in general very passionate about that product.
That's excellent. So let's talk a little bit about a big event coming up, Directions EMEA 2024, in just a couple of weeks in Vienna. You're going to be there, you're going to be presenting. So let's talk a little bit about that.
Yeah. So the event in Vienna for me is like a special event, and not because only that's the huge event and I think the biggest one for directions, but Vienna particular for me is like a special. I was first time in Vienna in 2013, and in 2019, I believe it was my first speaking Vienna, right? Speaking directions. So that's also, so I'm even worried what will be the first time this time when I will be in Vienna, but it's a really great event, and I will have the two sessions. One co-presenting with Kristen Hosman from Mount Evans Consulting from US, and one which will be my solo session about the code and good practice in the code. So I'm really looking forward for that.
Great. And what's the session you'll be doing with Kristen?
It's a session which is called Consultants versus Developers, and how to stop that fight, how to talk the same language. I see smiling from your side. So it's like a session which we try to find what we should do, how developers and consultants can work together to deliver better solution and to serve the customers even better than now.
Okay, so it sounds like a couple of great sessions. How many times have you been to Directions?
Multiple times. So mostly, I think I didn't miss any from 2019 or 17. Sorry, from 17. So I didn't miss any. I'm always trying to join there. So I think every was really great. So I'm always trying to join and really looking forward for this one as well.
So why should partners go to Directions?
I think, first of all, what is for me very important is that you can find a lot of sessions from Microsoft and talk with Microsoft people and learn from them. For example, I really enjoyed the sessions which are like roundtable sessions, because that's nothing compared to anything which you can find in the internet, right? So that's for me is great. Also to learn about the new stuff which will be, and the most important is like to get inspired. So, and if you are a consultant, if you are a developer, system architect, salesperson, you will find some sessions to just get inspired and see what can be for you also great. Like, for example, I sent to one of our CEO how, for example, Microsoft will have a strategy for reporting. And I know that it will be very interesting for him. And the same for my developers also and consultants, what sessions can be important from them. So everyone can find something for themselves.
Yeah, I've got to tell you, I've joined a couple of the Directions conferences in the past, and they're absolutely the best place to do business for Business Central partners. Everybody's there. There's lots of networking, lots of conversation. And like you said, the top MVPs are there as well as the Microsoft people. So if you're in the business of Business Central, you need to go to Directions.
Oh yes, I cannot imagine how you cannot be there if you want to do the business. Yes, you can find a lot of partners, and even if you don't make like a business in a way of sales, you can find another people which you are working together every day. For example, from your different partners. So that for me is like super because I'm just walking through the corridor and I can find people from this company, from that company. And it's like finally I have time to talk with them, not only like via Teams or any other like video calls, which is totally different, right?
Okay. Okay, KB, thanks for your time today. And I look forward to meeting you in Vienna in just a couple of weeks.
Yes, thank you, and see you there.
Bye for now.